Good afternoon, everyone. Today I am presenting Virginia Woolf's Orlando, uh, deconstructing identity, gender, and androgyny in Woolf's Orlando. My academic information, table of contents, research question: how does Virginia Woolf's Orlando challenge a traditional concept, gender and androgyny? Hypothesis: Virginia Woolf's Orlando deconstructs traditional gender roles by portraying gender as fluid and performative rather than fixed and essential. Specifically, the novel employs Orlando's transformations, change in clothing, and shifting desire to demonstrate how gender is constructed through social practices and cultural expectations. Introduction. uh, uh, Wolf's Orlando is not entirely biographical, but it is a semi-biography of influenced by her relationship with Vita Sequel West, and yeah, this biography is a parodic one, and it uses exaggeration and humor to make its point. It is also a kind of fictionalized account of her relationship with Vita Sequel West. Uh, it explained through the unique lenses, and Woolf provides a sweeping view of English literature and politics while also deconstructing essentialist ideas about identity. Woolf and feminist identities. Woolf, we can see that she was one of great feminist in American literature, and her views are more complex. It is important to recognize that she doesn't always fit into contemporary feminist framework. Her varying critical perspectives on her theory of subjectivity in Orlando, and this is the topic that I am going to discuss about. Challenging essentialist views of self. One of the key thing of Wolf does in Orlando is question the idea of innate self. She asks whether our personalities are predetermined or shaped by our experiences. This is humorously framed by the question of whether clothes make the woman. Woolf suggests that there is a vacillation between sexes with each person, and clothes often serve to reinforce the appearance of one sex or other. Woolf censorship and the well of loneliness. The Well of Loneliness tells the story of Stephen Gordon, a woman who is born with masculine and identity, and it she attracts toward another woman, and people are against her that she fell in love with a woman. So it addresses the censorship of Redcliffe Hall's The Well of Loneliness, and places it in the context of social attitude towards lesbianism, as we see that Virginia Woolf also fell in love with Vita Sequel West, and in her novel Orlando also fell in love with same gender, and uh, the Well, which directly advocate to lesbianism, and Orlando, which used to satire. Historical context of androgyny. So we have that question that what is the meaning of androgyny? So androgyny refers to the blend of both masculine and the feminine characteristic in a person's appearance, behavior, or identity. It challenges traditional gender distinctions and embrace a more fluid or balanced expression of gender traits. It is important to remember that androgyny is expressed differently in a different historical context. In Orlando, the fullest expression of androgyny is found in the present moment. However, a room of ovens suggests that a present can also hinder androgynous creativity. Androgyny as a key theme. Uh, Orlando is a significant exploration of gender and androgyny. Wolf present a concept of identity that goes beyond the physical sex of the body. When Orlando changes sex, it's sudden, but Wolf emphasizes that Orlando remains fundamentally the same. This suggests that our identity isn't solely defined by our physical form. Androgyny in a room of one's own. Uh, Here, Wolf represent mental androgyny as a kind of ideal, often associated with a heterosexual union. See drawn on the romantic idea of androgynous fusion, and Coleridge's concept of androgynous great minds as essential for creativity. Woolf felt that sex conscious present was an obstacle to achieving this androgyny. Fluidity of gender and sexuality. Woolf blurs the line between sex and gender, describing an intermix of the two. Orlando's androgyny is not static but mobile and dynamic, with gender and desires that are constantly shifting. Orlando both respond to the to and defies the gender expectations and sexual norms of this time. Parody and gender neutralization. Woolf used parody in Orlando to critique late Victorian sexual codes. The androgynous figure in the novel is sometimes mocked, and this mockery contributes to Woolf's idea of gender neutralization. The novel also addresses same-sex love, as we see that Orlando also fell in love with same-sex, and also deconstructing traditional gender binaries and heterosexuality, race, gender, and sexuality. Woolf's concept of androgyny also intersects with ideas about race and sexual inversion. In Mrs. Dalloway and To the Lighthouse, she uses racial hybridity to depict women who exist beyond traditional heterosexual roles. These women embody androgynous qualities. This challenge Victorian ideologies of feminism. Modern relevance, Orlando and today's world. Orlando's exploration of gender fluidity is highly relevant to contemporary discussion on non-binary identities and the idea that gender is a social construct. The novel subversion of gender roles and uh, heteronormativity aligned with modern activism. The blurring of gender and shifting desires in the novel also resonate with LGBTQ term uh, identities and sexual orientations. The emphasis on clothing and performance connects the modern understanding of gender as performative. Finally, Orlando's journey reflects the modern idea that identity is fluid and evolves in a response to the context. Conclusion. Virginia Woolf's Orlando provides a rich and complex exploration of gender. It challenges a traditional notion of identity and sexuality. Through parody and androgyny, the novel de-establishes rigid binaries and anticipates contemporary discussion on gender fluidity. Woolf encourages readers to question fixed role and embrace a more flexible understanding of identity. These are my references. Thank you. If anyone have question, then ask me.
Shruti, my question for you. In what ways does Wolf exploration of androgyny in Orlando connect with current discussion of regarding non-binary gender identities?
So Wolf's androgyny in Orlando, which blurs boundaries and connect with current situation. So it also critiques real modern times strict female or male binary. Uh, Also, novel anticipate modern understanding of non-binary and that and Wolf suggests that both should equal in modern times.
So, Srushti, my question for you. How does the novel Orlando address the influence of social expectation on a gender role, and are these influences still relevant in contemporary society?
Yes, that we have seen that uh, Wolf present societal expectation that shaped gender roles in um that time. So in this time, some progress has occurred, and this influence persists today. So gender behavior, dress code, and stereotype norms still we can see in modern times, and its impact are also we can see in our modern life, that uh, if girls wear short dresses, then some old generation or some stereotypes people mocks girl that you should not wear these dresses, etc. Thank you.
Time. The next one